All right, Fred. Family values tour. If you could just answer with question with the question in it, like full sentences. But family values tour. What are your favorite family values?
You need to be more specific.
Which values do you hold the most dear to you that you're finding out here on the road?
I'm finding out that nobody is honest. Everybody's a liar. The music business is the biggest joke in the world. The only true people out there are the fans that are coming to the shows and the bands that are playing in the show.
It's all illusion.
And it is an illusion. It's not really happening. It's like there's video screens. That's a value. My dog's a value. Actually, the values are, I don't know what it is. I think it's just a place you can come release yourself and your energy and on one big place with a whole bunch of people and create a very big energy thing, ball.
What do you think about all these preachers and parents who are coming out and saying their kids shouldn't come see this and this is harmful? We've heard this before about 1,000 music tours in the past. Why do you think this one is the latest to be hit with that?
Narrow minds, man. I don't understand it. I think because there's foul language in a lot of the music, and the music that all these bands are doing is really emotional. And sometimes when you're really emotional, maybe a foul word might come out or something, or maybe this and that. But the messages these bands are getting across, us, anybody, is nothing harmful to anyone whatsoever. It's not telling you to do drugs, to kill somebody, to hurt somebody. It's just feelings that other people have made you feel, and you're just expressing ourselves. 10-4, I'm in an interview right now. Leave me the fart alone. And I don't know what to say about those people. Those people are fortunately there for me to target. They make my life miserable and make it hard for me to feel good about what I do. But I do feel good about it because there's a lot of people out there that feel like I do and like bands like us do. It's a very emotional time of this new millennium coming up, and I feel like those people, I'm glad those people are there, or it's just making it bigger. The more they resist and the more they protest and the more they don't want them to do it, the more the kids are gonna do it. It's like you tell your kid not to buy the CD, you can't listen to that. The kid wants to know why. And they listen to it and they realize, wow, what's the big deal? And so then they rebel against their parents or the preachers and things like that. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense because I'm an idiot.
Force them to come, so then they won't want to.
You need to sit your little happy fuckhead down right here.
I can't. The door's blocked.
Come on, okay, come sit down.
Oops,
Sorry, just slide back.
You left your contacts in, man.
Save that airplane.
You hollowed out a little burrow in the couch here. It's fun.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Halloween for a second. As you know, it's going to air on Halloween.
Yeah.
So tell me about some Halloween tricks you've played, mischief that you've gotten into.
The bag of duty on fire on the porch.
You pulled that one?
That is a good one.
Classic.
We always stuffed this guy. We made this dummy that we called Fred, actually, but this is before I knew. No, we really did.
Oh, okay.
We put this Halloween mask and stuffed a dummy with newspaper and hooked a rope up in a tree with this pulley over a branch, and we would wait in the bushes, and when trick-or-treaters come up, we had it rigged and tied so that when we dropped the rope, the guy would just fall and stand, his feet would hit the ground perfect. So when they were walking up the sidewalk to our house, we would just drop it and it would go whoom, right in front of them.
That's scary.
Well, we didn't get a lot of candy out that year.
My parents used to dress up there's a big pile of hay and a scarecrow.
Oh yeah, we would do that too.
Yeah, but my parents would hide in it. Yeah,
or
my dad
I would dress
he'd
up
be
like
under
a dummy
blanket.
and put hay and meat like this and just sit with the candy bowl in my lap. There you go.
Yeah, kids walking up and that's the worst. Nothing like being scared. Halloween is a good time for that. Haunted houses are what it's all about, though.
Yeah, we used to put on one of those too. We did it all in my family. My dad's a Presbyterian minister, so.
And so, what does your dad think about the whole Family Values tour?
He hasn't seen it.
Is he going to?
Probably not. It doesn't go through Florida. He likes Limp Bizkit. He doesn't care for the cuss words, but understands that the songs aren't about cussing.
See, and his dad is a minister. I mean, he's over it. He knows what the songs are about, and he's not against it at all. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have a foul mouth. It's because
He just talks like a sailor.
yeah.
That's it.
Do you think, was your dad...
Vulcan. Hey.
Was your dad that way when you were growing up, or only since you started making records? As far as understanding...
Oh, he was always totally supportive. You know, he had him and one of his friends used to tour around playing like folk music around Florida and Georgia at like pizza parlors and stuff. And they heard all kind of beer breath. They heard
This
all
is
kinds
not
of
beer. This
stuff.
is milk.
Got milk?
There's something wrong with that milk.
All right, let's move on. After, from
A little
Halloween.
tense, are we?
I'm very tense.
Let's talk about the energy with the other bands out here on the road. Tell me a little bit about each of the bands, like what you've learned from them so far.
You've been reading the Celestine Prophecy lately.
No.
Okay.
I've learned that
Energy learning.
I don't
Communicating
know.
with plants.
I learned that the Germans take their music and their jobs very seriously.
And they don't know what the word alcoholic means.
And they are alcoholics.
They
I don't know, I think we all
they
drive
drink
each other.
everyone under the table.
Don't you think?
Hmm?
I think we all drive each other like to do better. It's like
We've saved so much on bus drivers this tour.
How's that?
I don't
We
know
all
what he's
drive
talking
each
about.
other.
You tell him. Answer his question. Ask his question again. Answer the damn question.
I'm sorry, I'll let you.
This is serious.
Get German for a minute. So how else?
That'd be German.
What have you learned from Ice Cube, for example? What have you sort of taken from the experience?
No,
of
he
being out
said
on the
one
road?
word to me. He went, suck. That's all he said.
He's cool, man. I've kicked it with him a lot. He's a very smart guy. I'm into directing and producing and things just like he is. And I don't know. I think how hype we get the crowd going and the energy we make in there, it drives him. He goes out there and we all kind of like interact with the crowd. He interacts with the crowd a lot. And now Korn interacts a lot more with the crowd than they used to. You know, we always have. We always try to make an informal thing between the crowd and us because it just makes you feel more in touch with the band.
Makes
We're
it a
very
whole
bad,
lot easier.
very bad at interviews, as you know.
You're doing fine. As far as, different guys coming out for different songs from
Right.
different bands, that's something you usually don't see on a lot of these tours where bands are out together, because usually it's...
It's competition,
everybody knows
kind
thing.
of always.
And do you feel competition, or is it more of a healthy competition, so it's not as fierce?
I don't feel any competition whatsoever. I don't think. Do you?
Except between the five of us, in the band.
We're always competing between the band to see who's the best.
Yeah, we're all checkers players, and it's just like the amount of tension on the
I think
bus
it's cool
is
the way the
unbelievable.
bands, everybody comes out and mixes with each other. I mean,
It's like
Ice Cube comes out with Korn.
Yeah.
We come out with Korn. But really, no one else comes out with anybody else.
But it's just like everybody
Well, Philly
hangs
was
out.
out with you.
Everybody hangs
Philly
out
comes out during our set, yeah, and that's
for a
it's
second.
pretty cool. He plays our bass line, and that's pretty neat. It's just a family. It's like it's like there's no
It's really
walls between all these
comfortable.
bands.
The whole tour is really comfortable. There's no tension between
And
anyone.
the catering's terrible,
food
completely
is-
awful. Korn's saving some money.
So briefly tell the viewers here the relationship between you and Korn and how that all came together. I know you've done that for MTV in the past, but this is more for the documentary and stuff, the other stuff.
He met Korn and lied and told him he'd been tattooing for a long time when they were opening for Orange 9mm.
No,
And,
Sick of It All. They're opening for Sick of It All.
Oh, Sick of It All. They did another tour with Orange 9mm, maybe the second time. I don't know. Anyway, so he told him he'd been tattooing a long time and kind of put sort of like,
I've been tattooing like a month.
yeah.
So I brought him home to my house after their show, scarred him up pretty good. And we kind of
Let
made
him
a
wash
bond.
clothes and come hang out at
So every
the
time
house.
they came in town, they would call us up to wash clothes or hang out. And finally, after we built a good friendship, we slipped them a demo of Counterfeit and Pollution and Stuck. And
They went.
That's how they went. And they gave it to Ross Robinson and so on and so on. And we've been touring. This is like our 5th tour with Korn.
Cool. Okay. All right. If you want, tell me a little bit about the next video. The video you're talking about, because we'll save it until you have it done. You give it to us, then we can run this with it.
Our next video is about being on tour with Limp Bizkit, seeing what it's like to be a rock star and live a rock star life, and to hang out with these bands that are, you know, the new movement, you know, Ice Cube and Korn and Orgy and Deftones and Primus and
But it's like we put our crew in it a lot and put everybody
It's
else
everything.
that's on the tour. It's
the making-
everything that
the
goes
making
on.
of everything that goes on from the time we wake up
Everything's
to the
going
time
on
we go to bed.
Yeah. To us in our bunks, waking up in the morning. Well, him being a jerk and coming in with the camera crew and going, look, they're sleeping, wake up. Like
Now
that. And that's
okay.
that only happens when the cameras are there. So
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that style of music video was popular 10 years ago or so, but really not too many people
Molly
have done
Crew
it.
and stuff like that.
Was that an inspiration to you 10 years ago when you saw that kind
Of
of
course
clip?
it was.
Because it was fun to watch what
I mean,
really
you watched
happened.
Motley Crue's video on Sweet Home, and you were just like, I want to be a rock star. You know, I mean, like, these guys got it going on. Tommy Lee's actually in our video.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah, he was in Vegas
In
with
the
me while I
Hard
was
Rock.
gambling in the Hard Rock.
Near the Motley Crue drum set. Or motorcycle.
Or Prince's Panties or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got any other projects coming up?
Yeah, we're actually, me and Wes are gonna make a movie.
We've made
It's called
some
The
of it.
Weapon and the Liquidator. I'm the weapon, he's the liquidator. And it's like a Starsky and Hutch, action-packed, full
Science
C-budget
fiction.
science fiction,
Amazing.
non-fiction movie.
Backflip circus.
Yeah, cool. And then we're gonna make another movie, kind of like The Wall. We're gonna make a musical that's not a musical, a really deep vision into one person's life, which is probably gonna be a fan of what's going on right now and how hard it is for this person and their struggle, and the outsiders they have to deal with, and the protesting and the life and the drugs and the things that can happen because of people always saying that everything's bad. You know, I mean, people go into depressions, and a lot of it's because all these people that think they're so good are causing people to feel outcasted. They feel like if everything I like is bad, you know, I'm going nowhere, you know, and that happens a lot more than we probably know it.
And you've been writing songs while out on the road, getting ready for the next record?
Yeah.
We got like 10
Lot of
already, and we're gonna
songs.
go in like 2 weeks and start writing our rest of our record, and it's gonna be another level for all you little hip hop rock heads to pimp out on.
And there'll be some other album that we're gonna do this year. We're not sure what it is.
I think we're gonna probably try to do
3
2
different
records.
things. We're gonna try to do 2 records, but
This year.
maybe 3
Yeah.
if we can pull off.
I mean, the dream
other
of a
project.
musician is just to keep creating. You can't stop creating, and what most of the time you make a record, you go on tour, you have to stop it. You're forced to live what you made at that period in that time for years because you have a hit record or because it's just successful. Instead of just like, wow, we want to grow and make new songs, you know, we can't. It's at that point, you know, our record's been out a year and a few months, but we got to go back. We were really immature when we wrote that record.
Yeah,
This time
we're
it's-
just gonna crank out a whole bunch of heart and soul for you this year.
This is a bleeding record.
Yeah.
We're gonna bleed all over this record.
Cool. All right.
Like, not even the one, all of them. Like, this whole year is gonna be like happy.
Sad.
All right.
All right.
Okay.